All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Jamie G. And of course, you are watching Grindy Talk Season 2 here at the Boulder Channel. All right. And once again, guys, welcome to Grindy Talk Season 2. Here we talk about all the trending stories, the latest happenings, and of course, important updates on relevant industries. And of course, while you are watching us, catch us live on Kumu. We are live on Kumu at TVC, also on Facebook at TVC Plus, and also on Grind Mag TV. And not only that, we are live on YouTube. Meron tayong YouTube page that is the Boulder Channel. And thank you so much, guys, for tuning with us today. Now, today is such a very amazing and inspiring episode because all of us can relate to this. So, with many businesses still hesitant to hire due to uncertainties about the pandemic, job opportunities can be hard to come by. Needless to say that social distancing measures, regional lockdowns has made it difficult for companies to plan and allow normal hiring practices. So that's why we will find out how to deal with it and what preparations and applications that we should do when it comes to the interviews and applications during this time. So joining us is the founder and CEO of PasaJob, Kristen Mariano.
Hi, Jamie. Thank you for having
Hi.
me here. And
Yes,
hello to
hi.
all of the viewers of TBC.
Yay! Thank you, Tan, for actually joining us and for giving us your time. And we cannot wait to learn more about you and also your insights. But of course, once again, it's really nice to meet you. But before we proceed to the question, maybe you can tell us about your company. Like, how kindly introduce to us what is PasaJob.
Okay, so PasaJob is a long chain referral based job platform that rewards
Yeah.
individuals for connecting employers with the right candidates. So that seems to be a
Mhm.
mouthful. So I'm just going to break it down. So, number one,
Yeah.
long chain. It means that unlike other platforms or referral platforms, wherein a single referral code or a single
Mhm.
referral link is being passed on, so only one person is rewarded. In this
Right.
case, all of the referrers or all of the persons who refer or pass on a job to be if their hire, if their candidate, no, their referred candidate gets hired. So that's on the long
Oh,
chain aspect. Referral based
okay.
means that unlike other platforms which only have two parties, the employer and also the
Mhm.
job seeker. In this case, there's a
Mhm.
third person, the referrer, who actually uses his social capital in order to
Mhm.
connect the two other parties. And by that, the person is able to monetize the one capital that we all have by virtue of being born into this world. So all of us have social
Oh,
capital, but up to now, nobody has found a way to profit from it. So now,
nice,
because
nice.
it's there's a referral fee being posted by the employer for every job post, pwede nang kumita ng referral fee yung mga tao from actually doing good. Because if you um, if you help somebody get a job, that's when you get rewarded. And the last
Oh
one
my
is a job
goodness.
platform. Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Okay.
Can
So
I just butt in, no, and say
sure,
na
sure.
it's such a brilliant and amazing idea. I mean, all you have to do is to look for a job seeker and then recruit, and then that's it. You profit by just doing that. So it's all about, like what we say, yung chain referral based job, no? Like it's a first long chain referral based job.
That's right. That's right. So
Yeah,
first,
yeah, yeah.
referral-based job platform. So the job platform part means that people can apply, but
Hmm.
also people can refer.
Right,
So
right,
and
right.
it doesn't take any skill, any time. It doesn't take any amount of money to be able
Yeah.
to participate in the platform. And this is our, I guess, our simple gift to Filipinos, especially those who were affected by the pandemic, those whose jobs were displaced. No,
Right,
so
right.
this way we're not only providing job opportunities but also earning opportunities by way of the referral fees.
Nice. It's really so amazing. And also, like what you said, though, this is what once again the first long chain referral based job. But what is PasaJob's role in the recruitment industry? I mean, like, can you further explain to us?
Yeah, so our is we're in a position. We're fortunate to
Mm-mm.
be in a position to provide not only jobs. So currently, we have over 400 jobs on the platform. But
Right.
at the same time, we also are offering learning opportunities because of the fees posted employer. So this is our contribution because every time marami talagang may kailangan ng both the job and also the additional income. So a lot
Yeah.
of our Filipinos have turned to put up their businesses, but then those the capital to do. So in case any, they just need to look through their phone and already personal. It's
Right.
that I take an example, recruiters or employers reaching out to applicants in mail, which is very, I guess, impersonal. The strange. You don't put there to this is so to be
Mhm. What you said, no, na parang it's really all about giving back. Helping and giving back to our fellow kababayans who are in dire need of, just from profit, earning money just by, the using their phones, diba? With just a click
yes,
of
yes,
your fingers, then you'll be able to profit from it and help, the people around you. That's
yes,
really
that's right, that's right.
important. And now that we're talking about your company, PasaJob, maybe you can share with us what's your team like? Or
Okay,
how is it
sure.
like working with your team? Yeah.
Okay, so we have quite a cast of characters in our core
Yeah.
team. So number one, our chief technology officer, CTO, used to be
Mhm.
the CEO of MyCab. So his name is Eddie Ibanez. So MyCab is
Yeah.
the first cab hailing app here in the Philippines. No,
Uh-huh.
concurrently, he's also the CTO of Payruler. Payruler is
Mm,
one of the most comprehensive HR information systems in the country. So they have
nice, nice.
over 100,000 employees already using their platform, and they've
Nice.
already processed 11 billion pesos worth of salaries on their payroll, no? On their
Wow.
payroll system. So,
Hmm.
so that's Eddie Ibanez. No, he's really a tech genius. He's been doing this since he was in grade school, right? So,
Cool.
secondly, we
Hmm.
have attorney Jake Del Puerto. I believe he's one of your guests later. He's our chief
Yes.
operating officer, and he's our legal director. Very important because we're dealing with a lot of recruitment laws. And so we have a labor and employment law expert on our side. somebody who's
Right.
written several labor law books, and the person behind laborlaw.ph. No? We also have on the founding team former Senator Bam Aquino. So he's a
Nice.
co-founder of PasaJob, and of
Mm-hmm.
course, we all know him as a former senator. He's been
Right, right.
he's one of the more prolific senators, producing several bills such as the Innovative Startup Act, no, which we are all
Mm-hmm.
using, all benefiting from. But at the same time, he's also the founder and the CEO of Happy Noy. So Happy Noy is a
Mm.
microfinancing venture. And lastly, on the founding team, we have Zian Villonco. So Zian is the chief design officer. He's also the founder and CEO of his own design firm. No? He specializes in web
Mm.
development. I also want to mention our
Wow.
CMO, not part of our
Mm-hmm.
founding team, but our chief marketing officer is Eric Gunes. He comes from Canada.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So she used to be there. She was a specialist. So now she talks to communication. So very happy.
Oh.
She's also the co-founder of Remind PH, a social
Mm-hmm.
enterprise that produces and distributes recycled products. So that's the stellar team that we have. So it's really
Wow.
such an honor to be working with them.
Just by describing them, no, I can, you have really brilliant minds behind your company. Geniuses who can come up with this kind of talagang galing.
Yeah,
Really
we put our
surrounded
heads
by,
together.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's really amazing. So now that you've mentioned your team, now our viewers are more interested also to know more about PasaJob. So maybe you can share with us also know what makes PasaJob unique, and how can it help our job seekers? Because for some, they are somehow, they're worried to look for a job, they're worried to look for a recruiter, so it kind of makes it complicated for them. So how can pass a job be unique and be uncomplicated to our job seekers?
Okay, so for the job seekers, it's very easy to apply for a job. So
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
if there's an opportunity, okay, but I can just describe it for you. So
Yes.
on the platform, when you go to pass a job, you will
Mm.
see job cards. So each of the
Okay.
jobs are in these cards, and when you click on them, you will be taken to the job details. Once in the
Mm-hmm.
job details, you have two options. You can either apply or you can refer. So all of the
Okay.
jobs have these two main functions when you apply. It's very simple. You just fill up an in-app resume builder, or you can also upload your CV. So in just a few minutes, you'd be able to apply for a job. But with
Nice.
refer, it's even simpler because you only
Mm-hmm.
click on the refer button, and then you're asked to fill out only two fields. Number one is your friend's name, and number
Right.
two would be either your friend's email or your friend's mobile number. So yun yung maganda
Nice.
doon na the
Mm.
persons you're referring are not strangers. They are your friends. You
Exactly.
call them by their first name, you have their
Mm-hmm.
mobile number, you have their email address. So
Right. Right.
that gives some sort of it's an innate or inherent vouching mechanism therefore, no?
Mm-hmm.
But there's an even simpler way if your friends are already on PasaJob. So all you
Mm-hmm.
need to do is to go through your phone book, sync your contacts, and when you click on the refer button, the contacts who are already on the platform will show the
Mm-hmm.
refer button, and all you need to do is just click on refer. You don't
Click
need to fill up
it.
their names. You don't need to fill up
Nice.
their mobile number or email address. So technically, talaga, ano lang siya, refer, and then go to the
Mm.
contacts, then refer another. So 2-3 clicks,
Grabe.
pwede ka na mag-refer ng mga friends
Oo.
mo. So
So,
as you're lining
mm.
up in McDonald's or what, while waiting for your turn, you can already refer 6 friends, maybe 12 friends. Yeah.
Nice, nice. It's so efficient, no? And really, adapting to the high-tech times, 'di ba? Sobrang ang bilis lang with the touch of a button. you can refer na, you can profit already, whatever you're doing, even if while you're taking care of your kid or your pets, ano ka lang, refer ka lang if you want to, and it's
Yes,
really all about network. And
that's
of
right.
course, before we proceed, the
Yeah.
for them to actually know more about this job.
Yes, please.
With PasaJob, di lang mag-apply ang pwede mong gawin. Pwede ka ring mag-refer ng friend for a chance to get paid. That's right! PasaJob rewards you for connecting employers to the right candidates. So apply, refer, get paid with PasaJob. Hasaho. Pero sa app na to, lagi kang panalo. Nakatulong ka na, may reward ka pa. Sali ka na! Download the app to PasaJob, help a friend.
Describe options if you want to and so that's it. It's just the so the question here is how does it look like?
So every time that you refer somebody, a unique link is created for you. Programs assignment on there's one link. In this that you created for yourself, so that the system will be able to track you, to include you in the whole chain of referrers who lead to the software, and you will be rewarded accordingly. So how it works is, for example, if there's a 3,000 peso reward posted the employer, and then for kita Jamie, and maybe you applied and you got hired. You got direct refer, and the only one I get the phone. Let's say I refer, and you know somebody who's really better, or you suited somebody, then you refer that other person, and that person applies. So we will share in the 3,000 pesos. So we'll get 1,500 each, and so on. So every time that you pass it on, it will just divide all of how it works. That's simple. So there's a feature that there's a real time of the status of it, because to create that transparency. Kasi kung minsan when you've referred your friend, she'll apply, is she for interview, is she for shortlisting, or is she already hired, or is she? So in this case, there's a status that updates, that gets updated anytime that the employer moves a person's application.
Nice. So another easy breezy job. It keeps track of the tracking progress, like what you just mentioned earlier. No, at least you know what state your referral is in as of the moment. So that's really important also. No, and maybe another question that I would like to ask is what kind of support or tools do you provide naman for job seekers to actually help them achieve their goals of getting an offer? Ayan.
Okay, so aside from the ease with which they can apply for a job, no, there's so applying for a job, it's just like texting your friend. So you just fill up those forms, or you
Yeah.
can upload your CV. But at the same time, there's also a matching algorithm. The matching algorithm considers your suitability for the job. So therefore, when you enter specific skills that are needed by the employer, then that gets matched with their requirements. So
Oh.
it's something that will also facilitate the I guess the selection process for the employers, that they're able to see by the keywords that you've put in whether
Mhm.
you're a good fit with the requirements of the job.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you for that. And also, maybe you can share with us some advice when it comes to job hunting, or what are the tips that we should keep in mind when it comes to that, and also what opportunities await our smart job seekers despite the pandemic. We know that COVID-19 is still here, so how are we going to benefit from it?
Okay, so one of the best ways to actually look for a job, and in fact, it's
Mm-hmm.
a very Filipino thing to do. It's the number one. It's the most prevalent job search method here in the Philippines, is approaching your friends and relatives. But there's an
Mm-hmm.
art to it. So
Yes.
it's not just approaching your frequent interacts, your direct contact spheres, those that you deal with on a regular basis, because their access to information would just be the same as yours, no? So you'll
Mm-hmm.
just be sharing the same information, nothing new. But when you seek friends who are what we call weak ties or dormant ties, maybe
Mm-hmm.
a former classmate, maybe a former office mate, those you haven't
Yeah.
seen in quite a while, just reach out to them, because they hold information that is not readily available to you. And this is something that and they can very well connect you to the
Mm-hmm.
jobs that are available, whether that's on PasaJob or in their own current employment na. So
Nice.
yeah, I think we underestimate the value of our connections, our
Mhm.
network. But that's really one of the best ways that we can find a job during this time.
Yeah, that's true. And I think it's also now is the right time to reach out to all of your friends, your colleagues. And, it's really about giving them a hand or helping them in terms of finding a job. And at the same time, both parties will also benefit from it, because we
Yes.
all need to profit. we all need to get a profit from, it's hard to live nowadays because of the pandemic. So this is such a nice opportunity for all of us to start helping one another and start working once again. So
Yes.
that is for our listeners. Now we go to the employers. So the best tool the employers should be getting when it comes to past.
Okay, so job
Mm-hmm.
50 from 2,000 pesos to 6,000 pesos per job.
Right.
In this case, there's a technical pricing. Referral fee month test. 500,000
Mm-hmm.
is intended to encourage even startup businesses to
Right.
post their jobs and in the that it's performance based, it's results based. Meaning to
Right.
say that unlike traditional job boards wherein you pay just by posting it, whether you get 10 applicants, 50 or 100, and out of those 10, 50 or 100, whether or not you're able to hire somebody, you still would have paid the posting fee. In our case,
Mm-hmm.
we only pay when they've found candidate. Is the referral fee. If you don't find the candidate, is the referral fee. If you don't find the candidate, that really you pay more the benefit that you touching that touching mechanism. It's not the candidate or applicant putting for with a receipt. It's actually the they can boost the also factor in credibility of the firm. So if it's an employer that this person's good, because of Jamie's credibility, because of her number of years in the industry, yeah. So it's going to carry more weight than if it's just let's say a fresh grad referring me. So the last benefit is really that we save time for employers because of the automation that PasaJob affords, especially if they have an employee referral program. Because currently, Jamie, if you're in HR and you're running an employee referral program, you have to maintain a database of your employees.
Yes.
And so imagine how they do it. If that they receive a CV, okay, this referral is coming from Jamie, times that you referred, and then once the person dies, adios. And so in PasaJob, it's automated. Number two, you don't only reach out to the because all of us have limited networks. It's called the Dunbar number, Dunbars. No? Yeah, it's the number of relationships that you can reasonably maintain. So your employees 150 contacts with 150 contacts each and so on. So um, uh, payment and
Cool. Also, for all the employers out there, if you want less hassle or if you want to take up the hassle when it comes to PasaJob, the right portal for you to be able to, hire employers or employees rather that you will be needing in your company. And I just love the fact that, PasaJob did everything already. You know, filing. Kasi ba, like we mentioned earlier, it's such a piece of ours to, do the profiling. Kung isa-isa yun, lahat ng mga apps. But at least with...
sat down and about it, we thought it's actually the best time to launch because people need jobs, no? Not only the jobs, also in terms of the referral fees. 500 pesos, 1,000, 2,000 pesos referral fee, will go a long way. The people can buy it. No? So, we're also approaching companies and asking them how we can help, number one, set up their employee referral programs if they don't have one. And number two, if they have an employee referral program already, if there's a way that we can automate their system, because most of the companies who have ERPs actually make use of manual systems like the one I described earlier. So those are our plans in a nutshell for PasaJob. So we really look forward to being able to help a lot of people and help employers in the process.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really wonderful. And you know what? I am also excited for all of your upcoming activities and also your, the ones that you are going to be presenting to the said employers because they need PasaJob right now. We're all about convenience, and it's a one-stop shop when it comes to actually recruiting and getting employees here. So when we say that job searches can be stressful under the best of circumstances, good thing we have this innovative system from PasaJob. This is once again the first long chain referral based job matching platform in the country. Now, Kristen Mariano, PasaJob founder and CEO, thank you so much for joining us. We
Thank you,
appreciate all of
Jamie.
your tips and, of course, to our job seekers out there. So, guys, please do check out PasaJob. Thank you, Kristen.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Hope to see you again. Bye.
Hassle mag-job hunt. Pero with PasaJob, asahan mong magiging fun at rewarding ito. Not just for you, but for your friends too. 3 steps lang ang dapat mong tandaan. Apply, refer, get paid. With PasaJob, di lang mag-apply ang pwede mong gawin. Pwede ka ring mag-refer ng friend for a chance to get paid. That's right! PasaJob rewards you for connecting employers to the right candidates. Dahil kilala ka ng nagre-refer sa'yo, mas madali makahanap ng trabaho na swak sa skills at personality mo. Yung bonus? May chance kang kumita pag nag-refer ka ng friends mo. So how does this work? Sa app, ang bawat job post ay may kasamang referral fee. Ito ang amount na pwede mong matanggap kung ma-hire ang ni-refer mo. For example, ang isang employer ay may pinost na job opening with a 5,000 peso referral fee. If a friend you referred gets hired, you get the whole fee. Pero kung ang ma-hire ay referral ng referral mo, hati kayong dalawa sa matatanggap yung fee. Dali lang, di ba? So apply, refer, get paid with PasaJob. Hassle maghanap ng trabaho. Pero sa app na to, lagi kang panalo. Nakatulong ka na, may reward ka pa. Sali ka na! Download the app to PasaJob, help a friend, get a reward. With PasaJob, di lang mag-apply ang pwede mong gawin. Pwede ka ring mag-refer ng friend for a chance to get paid. That's right! PasaJob rewards you for connecting employers to the right candidates. So apply, refer, get paid with PasaJob. Hassle maghanap ng trabaho. Pero sa app na to, lagi kang panalo. Nakatulong ka na, may reward ka pa. Sali ka na! Download the app to PasaJob, help a friend, get a reward.
All right, season 2. And of course, as the surreal times of 2021 continue, and the COVID-19 global pandemic shows no immediate signs of dissipating, many pressing labor law questions remain in limbo. That's why we are lucky to have here our friend, a senior partner from Del Puerto and law company, attorney Jericho Del Puerto, to talk about these job-related issues. So, all right, let us welcome attorney Jake. Hi.
Hello, good afternoon, Jamie. Glad to be here.
Yes, good afternoon, attorney Jake, and thank you so much for joining us. And now that we are talking about, job-related issues, yan, I have a first question for you. What are the common job issues and concerns caused by the pandemic? Alam naman natin so nagla yung lahat because this global situation, And are there discrimination or harassment issues should take?
First question, top of mind, the most issue since the start of the pandemic was the case wherein employees would refuse to report for work due to COVID-19 concerns. Actually, at the height of the pandemic last year, mismo si Secretary Bello, our DOLE secretary, advised employers na hindi dapat iterminate yung employees. They have concerns regarding COVID-19. They would refuse to go to work. So yeah, that is a very important thing to remember. Of course, the number two, yung mga one of the important concerns then, well, we're still in the pandemic, is with respect to the how to say this, the work from home arrangement by the employees. Kasi of course, maraming mga employees ngayon have transitioned to work from home from the office-based arrangement. And the number one question always asked is, sir, ma'am, paano po yung expense? It's who do we get reimbursed? And so on and so forth. So our telecommuting law, the law for the work from home, so that terms telecommuting, basically for employee the opportunity to discuss how or what will be the terms regarding the reimbursement expense. So hindi siya cut and dry. The employer. So meron kang arrangement to find for in the law and the regulations. Of course, I would comments sa mga clients na talagang tendency magamit nila ng internet. I mean, it's really for work nila. Hindi lang yung casual na pag-check ng email or pag-check sa mga social media platforms if related sa work. Ito lang, part ng work should be a company reimbursable and so yeah. And init rin also fits year was, di ba, mahaba yung parang community quarantine for months.
Months, yeah.
Yeah, kasi naging mainit usapin kasi under the law, an employer can temporarily suspend work for maximum of 6 months lang. So after 6 months, the employer has only two options. Number one, first option niya is to reinstate, pabalikin sa trabaho yung mga employees, or if hindi feasible na option na yun, to pay the separation pay. So, malalet go or malalay off yung mga employees. So, kasi napaka-unique yung pandemic, so our laws are medyo did not anticipate this scenario. So, maraming mga, how do you say this, concerns from both employers and then sa employees. And yeah, that was also a big problem sa employers. If you encountered sa mga news or pumatok yung mas nga their process and then they wanted to leave avoid the continuing na losses. So
It's very sad to have a lot of companies relate it or not. But it's also important for all of us, lahat ng mga citizens, na to be informed about our rights and also mga as an employee, diba? But another obligations ng employer. Like for example, the employer suddenly decides to shut down the company or shut down its facility or even temporarily. So, ano ang mga obligations na dapat niyang gawin?
Yes, good question. Kasi while we're still dependent, it's going to be expected that na maulit-ulit parati yung shutdown or temporarily closing ng certain establishments. Particularly localized yung quote-unquote lockdown sa barangay, mga mataas sections. Let's say na talagang napilitan sa employer or legitimate reason na kailangan niya temporarily suspend work. Again, temporarily suspend ng work. So, for the employer to issue the corresponding notice sa employees, explaining sa notice ng reason. Like kung yung reason, maybe they're located in a barangay na nag-post ng lockdown kasi maas yung transmission rate, ganyan. Or maybe ordinansa siya ng city. A lot of reasons. So the employer has to communicate yan. Wag lang siyang basta-basta sa employer na magsasabi na, "Oy, lockdown tayo, close tayo, sorry ah." Syempre, we have to think about kung ikaw yung employee, ma-receive mo yung, di ba, syempre, parang nawindang ka or
correct.
Yun. So we need to properly communicate to the employees the reasons para man be able to properly. And of course, again, to mention, that's why I mentioned legitimate reason kasi kung yung reason lang naman ay 14-day lockdown, syempre, yung pag-close mo, 14 days, tama mo naman i-extend.
I-extend naman.
Kasi wala nang reason eh. Your reason already expired, kumbaga.
Right.
Of course, again, maraming possible na many reasons there. So long as there's legitimate reason, and of course, kailangan ma-justify yung duration by the reason. Yeah.
Nice. So, ayun no, we're done with the employer side. Pero ito naman, these are frequently asked questions ng ating mga viewers. Like, for example, the first question would be, my employer has closed its office, ayun na nga, and requires employees to work from home. Pero yun na nga, she won't be able to perform in the comfort of her own home. So, ano yun, is the employer still required to pay that person? So talagang wala siyang resources, wala siyang everything, wala siya sa tamang state of mind, hindi niya magawa yung work sa bahay niya. So may right ba si employer to still pay?
Yes. I've encountered, kinonsulta ako, several variations niyan from lack of technology and as you mentioned earlier, hindi suitable in working environment, or maybe health or mental reasons, and this and that. Okay, so let's remember na one of the most basic principle sa labor law is that yung principle of no work, no pay. Okay, so it's founded upon fairness, both sides, the employer and employee. Na if an employee works, then may nakukuhang value sa employer. So kailangan niya bayaran si employee. For the work. Okay. Of course, that is just the basic rule. Kasi I have encountered very generous clients throughout the pandemic. Kahit walang ginagawa yung mga employees work from halimbawa, inala ko bigla. May nag-consult sa akin, kliyente siya, company siya, and then yung naka-work from home is a front desk, yung nag-greet sa mga guests. So how do you make work from home out of it? So you're at home, so hindi mo talaga magagawa. But again, it is kung kaya naman ng employer, kung generous naman ng employer, they were able to compensate her. Perhaps binigyan siya ng konting mga task or ni-restructure yung organization para konti naman may ginagawa siya. So
nice. Ayan. Yun ang mga tinatawag na very helpful and considerate employers. Talagang, finding jobs or finding work sa mga empleyado nila na nawalan talaga ng role. Diba? Hanggang ngayon, yun pa din ang problem eh. Ang dami pa rin talagang naghahanap ng work. Ang daming pa din jobless sa atin ngayon. So, it's really such a hard time for us. But ito pa, another question would be, ayan, are all the employees entitled for sick leave? Kasi yun na nga, nasa bahay na nga sila. Hindi na sila pumapasok sa offices nila eh. So are they entitled for sick leave and vacation leave while working from home?
Very, very good question. Let's remember na yung work from home is simply a modification or nabago lang yung work environment.
Right.
Hindi yan na alter yung mga basic na mga rights or benefits ng employees. So, if your company has a policy on sick leave and vacation leave, tapos na-meet mo yung mga conditions, then there should not be any reason na hindi mo ma-receive yung benefits or you won't be able to apply for it. Actually, natawa ako sa mga reasons sa website na labor.ph. So may mga nagsabi ng mga questions and I respond to them sometimes through a podcast. Like maraming question natatawa ako kasi nagbago lang from office-based to work from home and the question nila, so attorney, entitled pa ba ako ng holiday pay kasi na work from home ako? Wala namang nabago.
Correct.
It's just your working environment ang nag-change. You still have the same rights and benefits. So there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pero ito nga, no, another question nga dun is, now that you're working from home, nagustuhan mo mag-work from home, yun na, andun ka na, dito na ako sa bahay magtatrabaho, pwede ba yun? Can I seek my boss advice na, sir, dito na lang po ako sa bahay mag-work para mas convenient po sa akin. Ayun.
Unfortunately, may tatawag tayong management prerogative. Medyo technical term, pero essentially, yun yung right ni employer to decide how work will be most effective. Pwede, kung mabait sa employer, napatunayan mo na you're very effective at home, then I don't see any reason bakit si boss would make you shift to office space baka pagbuhaba yung productivity mo. Of course, again, I have to repeat na it's discretionary or nasa employer yan. So I would suggest kung sa mga who wants to hold on to the work from home, prepare na kayo ng PowerPoint presentation in terms of productivity. Mas productive ako dito, sir. So you have to make your case.
Oo, at saka na talagang kailangan yung boss na ito, nakalagay na dito sa PowerPoint ko lahat mga ayan, give the point. With the management and your boss. Question that could happen would be sure. Like, let's say work from home, na-enjoy ko paano yun?
Timely, very timely sales or past week, naglabas employee board advisory that they are changing the status ng COVID-19 as a work related disease. Okay, so I'll first discuss this kasi it's very important. Dati kasi considered na work related ang COVID-19. Okay, now na-consider na siya na work related, may ma-receive na aid, may so they can prove of course na acquire yung their work. Okay. To your question na regarding sa home, sabihin na natin na while in a Zoom meeting, sorry, yung Zoom, but let's say sumabog yung laptop in front of you or any possible na injury na nasa meeting ka, kausap mo si boss tapos natumba yung halaman in front of your head.
Na-injure ka nga.
Yes. Okay. This is also one of the unique and hindi pa na-cover ng mga regulations natin kasi it can be argued na ang ating mga places sa bahay na ginagamit natin for work, it can be argued na extension siya ng office. Particularly ngayon na kasi hindi na siya like once a month or twice a month ng work from home, but parang everyday na nangyayari, di ba? So talagang it's almost like your office already. Okay.
Yeah.
So ang key kasi to that is, that's why I mentioned kanina yung compensation body kasi unfortunately, natanong rin yan sa kanila regarding sa what about if mag-acquire ka ng COVID-19 tapos work from home ka? Ang current na direction, which I hope ma-modify later on, is that hindi pa kinoconsider na work-related yung mga injuries na na-sustain or na-incur while at home. Okay.
Yeah.
I am hopeful and optimistic. Hopefully, ma-reconsider rin yun. Kasi yun na nga, parang this is no longer a occasional thing na work from home. Parang everyday na siya eh. So yeah, let's see how it will develop.
Mm-hmm. And what about, eto na nga, no, we know for a fact that COVID-19 is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Kumbaga, may mga bagong variants pa nga na parating. And we cannot blame people from, being scared of contracting the said virus. So what if, for example, an employer considers or refuses to come to work or report to work because she'd rather just stay at home na parang, alam mo, feeling niya protected siya doon eh. So, pag pupunta siya ng work, meron siyang fear that she might, contract the said virus. So, what if, for example, that said employee refuses to come to work? Pwede ba siyang, ano bang, ano ang mga kasunod na mga, dito, when she decides that for her not to come to work because of the fear of getting it? So, pwede ba siyang ma-fire? Or ano ba mga dito, consequences?
Yeah, very good question. And hopefully, like this show, maulit and ma-remind sa mga employers na they cannot sanction or discipline or even terminate the employment ng employee if their ground or reason is that they have, they're scared, basically, of acquiring COVID-19, particularly kasi, syempre, we don't know kung anong health status ng mga employees, baka may mga comorbidities, and so on and so forth. Sila. Of course, on the other side of the equation, may concern rin naman si employer kasi kailangan niya patakbuhin yung kanyang business
company,
or yung kanyang company. So, kailangan niya ng tao. Okay. The best practice there is, of course, the employee would approach the employee and then ask them to if they're going to report for work. And if the employee has that concerns nga na may possible risk and then health reasons. So si employee would be asked by the employer to put in writing yung kaniyang reasons so that yun yung magiging basis ni employer sa documentation niya. Kasi sa employer, next step ng employer, again, kailangan tumakbo yung business, is maghanap siya ng reliever. Of course, may mga ibang tao na would be willing to work kasi nga in this pandemic, marami nawalan ng trabaho. So, that's how it is. Anong nangyari na right now.
Nice. Thank you for that, Attorney Jake. But another question would be, what are the other cases which are considered wrongful terminations during this COVID-19 pandemic, and what are the legal options?
Yes. Okay, so in addition sa diniscuss natin kanina, hindi pwede terminate ni employee if yung reason naman ni employee is, okay, hindi ako takot sa COVID-19, pero boss, bakit wala tayong PPE? So, kasi required si employer provide ng PPE, lalo na kapag yung industry business mo o ng company is that, kailangan yung PPE, lalo na in relation to COVID-19. So, it's a big no-no. And then, how to say this, yung mga concerns naman ng ibang employee, particularly, going to work. Actually, last year, one of the biggest, and I think relatively applicable pa rin this year, is yung difficulty to go to the office dahil limited yung transportation.
Tama.
Sa mga biggest. Kapag pinabalik sa trabaho ni boss, pero, sir, wala pong tricycle. Wala pong van.
Kami.
Correct. So, again, hindi, kasi 42.7 yun eh, sa technical terms sa law, but kumbaga force majeure, walang magagawa si employee doon kasi hindi naman niya controlled yung LRT, MRT, mga transportation. So, hindi pwede ma-sanction. And then, another thing top of mind, naging mainit rin itong issue kapag na-localize yung lockdown sa barangay, di ba? We heard sa mga news yung concerns ng mga tao, ayaw nila ma-lock sa barangay kasi may trabaho po ako, baka mawala ng trabaho. So, if that is the situation sa mga employees, they have to document para pakita sa management na ito pong reason bakit hindi ako makapag-report for work kasi tumaas yung cases and kailangan ilagay sa quarantine yung barangay and so on and so forth. So there, and si employer naman should understand and they should the employer should not take that against the employees.
Nice. Guys, we're all well informed now, no, when it comes to our rights once again as an employer and as an employee. But of course, we'll have more job-related concerns when we return. And please continue watching us on Kumu, that is at TVC, on Facebook at TVC Plus, and also Grindback TV at syempre on YouTube, the Boulder channel. So stick around and we will return shortly after this break. Right. And we are back. We got Attorney Jake here in the house. But of course, I'll cut to the chase. No, tatanong ko na ko agad sa inyo ang question. Why is it the right time to tell your boss na you want to continue working remotely, get a raise or a promotion? Ayan, kanina natanong ko na if you want to continue working remotely at home. But what about, getting a raise and also getting a promotion?
Yeah, good question. Remember na there are many companies, businesses, and industries that are actually thriving sa pandemic. Okay.
Yes.
So those that are thriving and they're doing well. Of course, if you want to ask for a raise, always remember that you have to put yourself in the position of the employer.
Yeah.
So you have to make your case or you have to explain na ano pa yung addition, kasi you're asking for raises, that means additional compensation and benefits. So you also have to offer additional value. Okay, so that is usually via taking on more responsibilities, roles, and volunteering sa mga projects and so on and so forth. Okay, so you have to show to your employers na, look, currently, ito mga ginagawa ko. This is the things that I am contributing to the company. But I'm ready, sir. I'm ready, boss. I can take on these additional roles and additional responsibilities. And of course, from the side of manager or an employer, alam nila na if you go beyond or sa mga tasks mo, obvious naman na kailangan properly compensated yung tao kasi you're taking on more responsibilities. So so you have to really study or evaluate yung current mong situation and what you can offer more to the employer. Yes. And of course, try to get a maybe to your supervising officer or your manager a parang private talk para doon mo politely, courteously open up the subject matter, and then from there you'll know how to go about it.
Yes. But I think it won't really run that smoothly with the employer as well. Kasi nga parang taghirap tayo ngayon eh. I mean, like, the companies are also trying to, make ends meet eh. So, parang I think it's also an issue rin for some companies. Na paano ba natin to bibigyan ng raise? Even if they want to, they can't give it. I mean, like, there are some companies that are like that.
Yeah, that's why I had to start na yung mga nagtatribe. Kasi mahirap magbigay ng general na advice. But there are
Correct, correct.
companies doing well ngayon. So, yeah.
Nice, nice. That's good to know, no? And then also for job seekers naman, what's the best approach to negotiate desired salary and how much is too much?
Yeah, good, good.
Yeah.
It's almost similar to what we discussed earlier. So yung mga job seekers, you have to carefully study yung company that you're applying for and
Yeah.
what your industry in. Tapos ano yung position mo, and yung qualifications mo, and your skills.
Right.
What I've observed, kasi I've also in some point in my life, parang I'm at the other side, parang ako yung nag-hiring manager. So medyo may idea rin ako ng experience how it goes sa hiring process. Generally, it might be cultural. Of course, we're polite, we're courteous, we're not the typical our Western counterparts na medyo very upfront or they really bring up the topic on compensation during the interview. However,
Yes.
I'm here to recommend and say na it's actually okay. Okay, kasi minsan na rin sa side ng hiring manager, they might not really fully understand yung qualifications mo and skills. Kasi, syempre, they'll rely on the resume or CV. Unfortunately, study shows hindi magaling most employees how to sell themselves in terms of sa CV, so sa contents.
Correct.
So, you have to, number one, yung CV mo, kailangan talagang it will immediately impact the hiring manager kung anong maging value proposition mo. And then, during the interview, ask away. Napansin ko yan sa hiring process, hindi we should tatanong yung mga job seekers. That's your golden opportunity to ask about the company, to ask about the position, and try asking bakit kailangan yung role or position na yun, or what happened to the previous one for that position. Kasi from there, you can give maybe suggestions or advice. I actually appreciate it if they are able to add more to what was in the job description. Kasi yun na nga, actually, yung role na yan, kailangan mo rin skill na to. Skill 1, skill 2, skill 3. Kasi yun na nga, that will really show na you have experience, you're fit, you are suitable sa role na yan. So, look at it like that. And of course, confidence is key. You really have to have the confidence.
Yes. I love what you said. Confidence is key. Yan talaga ang number one trait that will make you go places. Ayan, when it really comes to, getting a raise in your salary, just fight and be confident about it. So ayan, thank you so much, Attorney Jericho. We got a last question naman for you. So for example, kung nawalan ka ng work, can we apply for unemployment? Meron bang benefits yung mga yon? Ayun, that's the last question.
Good. Okay. What is interesting na lumabas during this pandemic, glad na nangyari. Kasi it's like for the past several years, I do training, teaching about labor law, mga seminars kanyan, ganyan. And I'm very surprised na hindi alam ng both employers and employees yung mga unemployment benefits. Halimbawa, parang sa US, yung katawag nila unemployment benefits, you receive a check. We have somewhat like counterparts sa Pilipinas, pero hindi alam yan ng karamihan. Last year, buti na lang na nag-campaign or there are a lot of mga info materials, yung DOLE, advising employees na there's actually this benefit. You just need to simply apply. So, there. So, if you are laid off, whether temporarily or
permanently.
Yes. Maraming benefits. First, sa DOLE, yung unemployment benefit. And then you can also, sa SSS, Pag-ibig, they also came out with mga financial assistance. So, those are the three big things that you have to check. DOLE, SSS, Pag-ibig,
Pag-ibig.
and if it applies to you, yung ECC. So number 4. Yeah. Employee
And
Compensation
it's
Commission.
tama. And it's also convenient na rin to file because all you have to do is just download their app. 'Di ba? Yun lang yun eh. Online na tayo ngayon sa lahat. But eto no what do you call this? When it also comes to ayan na nga filing for our SSS, itong Pag-ibig tsaka DOLE, alam kong smooth transaction lang din siya, no? So for the viewers out there who haven't gotten their unemployment benefits, this is it. Mag-ano na kayo ngayon. Gawin nyo na yan kasi madali lang. So, all right. And we would like to acknowledge our viewers no, who are watching on Facebook and Kumu. Thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, to Attorney Jericho. But before we end, we would just like to let you know that Grindy Talk Season 2 is supported by Workfolk Collaborative Workspaces and Hospitality Innovators. And also for sponsorships and collaborations. And if you want us to feature your brands, your company, and your projects, please feel free to drop us an email at bontvcchannel@gmail.com. And of course, while you're at it, follow nyo na ang socials namin. We have one on Facebook, that's Grindtag TV, and at TVC Plus, and also on YouTube at The Boulder Channel. So, all right, Attorney Jericho, thank you so much for sharing your time, your energy, your knowledge with us. At sana may part 2 dahil kailangan namin ang inyong mga information when it comes to knowing our rights.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you once again, Attorney Jericho. And of course, for our viewers out there, ayan, please catch us live once again because tonight meron tayong Boulder Channel. Because here on the Boulder Channel, we're going to be joining Architect Patch Cansana on Curve TV Bold Talks at 6 p.m. And then tomorrow naman, which is Thursday, you can watch and catch iConnect at 4 p.m. We also have Bliss Out and About at 6 p.m. That is tomorrow, guys. So once again, see you again next Wednesday, live at 4 p.m. This is Grindy Talks, and this has been JVG. And you've just witnessed another amazing episode of Grindy Talks Season 2. See you again. And please do not forget to keep grinding. Bye!
With PasaJob, di lang mag-apply ang pwede mong gawin. Pwede ka rin mag-refer ng friend for a chance to get paid. That's right! PasaJob rewards you for connecting employers to the right candidates. So apply, refer, get paid with PasaJob. Hassle maghanap ng trabaho, pero sa app na to, lagi kang panalo. Nakatulong ka na, may reward ka pa. Sali ka na! Download the app to PasaJob, help a friend, get a reward.